stream's awesome. You getting that headshot the other day was gnarly. I watched that live and nearly fell out of my chair laughing.
Yeah, last night it was pretty good. It's funny.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, you taking Buck? Alright, that's fine. I'll take Ash. She's a cool bitch. Grab that ACOG. Alright, well, for you guys tuning in, welcome to the first episode of the Pushing Buttons podcast. We're going to talk about some controversial topics, opinions, video games, all while playing video games. And today, for my very first guest, we have Rain Hell, or my good friend Dave. He's ex-military, he's a military veteran of the, what is it, USMC, Dave?
Yeah, buddy.
Playing some Rainbow Six. He's an absolute badass. I used to play back in the day, but not so much anymore. I know Dave from a long experience of playing, what was it, Battlefield 4? Played a lot of
We started off with Battlefield 4, yeah.
Yeah, Battlefield 4, which he's still currently ranked as being one of the best chopper pilots in the game. Multiplayer, anyways.
It's a large platform on that aspect, you know, because there's so many people that are good dogfighters.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of pilots. So what I used to do, my favorite thing to do was to buy that server.
Yeah, and just practice.
And you had all the pilots that are like ranked. That server was just kicking, and we'd all go head to head against each other.
Right. Now, ooh, I almost got killed there. You can also find Dave. He's got his own Twitch as well. You can find him at twitch.tv/XRAAAIIINNN. You'll see the link in the chat as well. Or you can just call him Dave. That's how I know him. But and also on Facebook as well. You can RH Gaming. Just search RH Gaming. Should be a page. I am dead. Wow, I died on a T-hunt.
Oh shit. Where was he? Left or right?
Right side.
Whoa.
He's on the right side. This is the type of game where it's...
And these guys ain't playing around, are they?
Definitely not. Go ahead and let Dave do all the work here.
You're putting me to work, that's for sure, dude, or not.
Good thing you were a badass.
Shit gets so freaking thick in this when you play it on...
Oh my god.
I don't know if we're gonna win this tech.
Yeah. We've got 5 enemies remaining. 4. 3. Oh, and there you got you.
The flank.
Well, to get things started, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where you're from and what do you do?
Sure, yeah. So, I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. I live out in the middle of the sticks, man. I am way up in the woods. I live up a hill. Big backyard. Nothing behind me. I am a firefighter paramedic for the city of Westchester and for the city of Ross Township, which is my hometown. My very first run as a paramedic was actually a heart attack from my Aunt Kathy that lived right around the corner from me.
Wow, so your very first very first patient was your own family.
Yep. My own aunt, yep.
Wow.
She was not doing so hot. So you can imagine, to my dismay, getting the address drop, and I was just second guessing it.
They were just like, this can't be right.
And I was texting my uncle like, what's your address? And he wasn't answering me on the way there. So I said, well, if he's not answering me, then something's going down, and it's probably her.
Right. Well,
so it's...
Well, speaking of EMS, how did you end up getting involved with EMS? Like, what made you be like, I want to be a paramedic?
Honestly, just in the military, you have to do a lot of bad things with, weapons and doing, like just some of the shit that you would do. You kind of get out and you kind of want to build your karma back up. Right. So you
did it for karma purposes?
Kind of, but it's also like being a firefighter first, paramedic second, even though a majority of our job is going to be an EMS call.
Right.
And I did it, obviously, naturally to help people, running into a fire, a burning building, it's intense as hell. Takes a lot of thinking.
Wow.
I got you.
The center courtyard?
Rizzy. And when you become an EMT, you're limited.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
you still
experienced
help people,
myself when I had first become an EMT. It was very just simple, basic life support things. Not much you could really do as
Right.
far as saving a life. Sorry, it's, you know,
Right, I agree.
CPR. And,
Stopping a bad bleed, or
yeah, simple stuff like that.
And as a medic, as a paramedic, you're able to start IVs. You can intubate, which is the most terrifying thing you'll do as a medic, in my opinion.
And what
you
is
can actually
intubate?
Craig, you can push medications. Intubating is passing an endotracheal tube.
Which
So
is
if you have a dead patient, you have to establish the airway, and you literally put a laryngoscope blade in there, and you lift up on the neck, and you pass it through the larynx, and you tube them and start breathing for them.
Jeez, that's pretty in depth. What? So, like, how long was your training to be a paramedic?
It was a year and a half, I think, of straight just grinding. I was on a compressed schedule for medic school, so it wasn't the natural 2 years. We went every unit 3-day.
Gotcha.
So it's honestly it's a little bit difficult, but the hardest thing about it is time management. Like, the time management thing is the most hardest thing about it.
Yeah, because I know
Because
I know a lot of paramedics that are in school. They're already active. They're already active firefighters,
Right.
which means they're pretty damn busy.
So you have to hold a job. Exactly. You hold a job. There is no sleep. I don't know what sleep was during about midway. Clinicals is a little bit terrifying because you got nurses and doctors in the field that know what the hell they're doing,
Right.
and you're here like trying to figure it all out on becoming a medic. My first intubation in the OR was absolutely terrifying because you got 6 nurses working the table. Doctors actually do play the fucking opera music, dude.
Dude,
That's actually true, and it's creepy. It is creepy.
that's they got to get their hands working.
Right, dude. I first saw that, I was like, this is accurate shit, man. But when you're getting ready to intubate the person, because she's going in for, liposuction or whatever the fuck, they're cutting some of the fat away. They have to tube her because they're going to run ketamine, suction rock, and they're going to put her to sleep. When they put you to sleep, you can't function your own airway.
Right.
So they had the medic student come in and actually perform the intubation, and all eyes are on you, dude.
They're just like, for the love of God, please don't let me fuck this up.
Right, and the fatter the person, the harder it is to intubate. My first one was she wasn't exactly,
An easy. That's not necessarily
Not
an
really that
easy
easy.
thing. Yeah. Sticking a tube down someone's throat.
Oh shit, I'm down.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right, there's one right here.
Oh, it's probably not a good time to.
Oh, nice.
He's got to whip out the
What
pistol.
What pistol does he have?
The 1911 TAC Ops.
That's what it looked like. Nice. Yeah, so that's the gist of it, man.
Now,
What do you see?
if any viewers out here that are interested in the EMS field or even going into it, what advice would you give them, or what advice would you give yourself if you could go back and go into this field, rewind time?
I get what you're asking. I wouldn't give my advice to this because I've always been really hands-on. Oh shit, he got me. I've always been hands-on, but don't be afraid to get in there, do vitals, get your hands dirty. Literally, don't be afraid to do it.
So
Most people won't learn just because they're too scared to actually make patient contact or do bedside side mannerisms or anything like that.
So you would
So
say
don't be afraid to
be confident in what you've learned and apply it.
Right, pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
And
Got shot in the ass.
that's the ticket right there, man. Is that right there? Everybody, that's how you learn. They know you're there to learn.
Which kind of brings me to my next thing is, many people, there's a lot of people, especially in EMS, that think that EMS is really, really challenging, which it is, and it can become very overwhelming and too much to handle.
Heavy stress.
Why do you think that is? I mean, besides the stress, Why do you think that is, that people believe that it's too overwhelming, and what more or less leads people to fail in that field?
I see, yeah. So a lot of people get burnt out.
Hmm.
Some people are just can't, everybody's different mentally. So the one person won't be able to look at a dead body as many times as the guy next to him. Some people we call them burnouts. They get burnt out.
Mm.
Two, people really do get really discouraged. There is no reason to get discouraged because that's the hard part about the EMS fields because everything always changes.
Right.
One killer is discouragement. Don't be discouraged. You have to have a filter.
What do you mean by
you
it?
have to have a filter,
Sorry.
by a filter?
No, what do you mean by everything changes? Like, do you mean like FOPs
Everything
or like...
I mean like drug dosages, everything.
Okay.
Everything changes. Like it's constantly changing, and you constantly have to adapt to it and study. You're always studying constantly. It really is a different job.
Yeah, by all means. I mean, there's not everyone can handle, rushing into a burning building, or someone's having a heart attack and they look like they're already done for, and try to bring it back. That's not an easy thing to do.
You never feel more alive, that's for sure.
From what I hear, yeah.
It's crazy.
There's no feeling like running into a burning building and making it out alive, I guess.
Especially like you're carrying all the equipment too. Like it's not an easy job. A lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Just.
That's definitely not an easy thing. I remember
injuries are another big thing.
I remember, yeah, as I found out when I was in fire school. I mean, I got injured while in fire school, and I know that equipment is heavy as shit. That equipment is heavy. I remember doing just the drills for it. The drills alone is just very physically demanding. Not only is it heavy, but your heart rate is at an increased level because you're hot. And whenever you're hot, your respiratory rate goes up, your heart rate goes up. It's just that much more physically demanding.
And I tell you, like, adrenaline does wear off. Like, once you get into it and you start doing it and all that, you become really tired.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And sometimes when you get tired, people end up making the mistake of not doing the proper technique or whatever, and it gets people hurt.
Yeah, and that's why they have the buddy system, specifically for firefighters. So you always got your fucking buddy, no matter what. You gotta stick with your buddy.
It's true.
Have you ever encountered a bad situation where you've been lost in a fire, or one of your buddies, comrades has been lost in a fire? That ever happened?
It was a really tight. It's common because you get in there, it's smoke. You can't see nothing. So it's more common than you might think. But at the same time, it's a small house, so I didn't really.
We got Buck over here.
Okay.
Oh, he got me. Wow. Good on him.
So yeah, it was a small house. I ended up walking into a walking closet to figure out where the hell it was. Sounds embarrassing, but it's true.
Yeah, you can't see shit. Zero visibility. Shit's hot. Everything's on fire. It's literally like how people say. Everything around you is on fire. Everything is lava. It's just... What do you do in that situation?
Dude. It's basically you just hope for the best. Or, if it's absolutely customary, you call out Mayday. I need help. Don't be afraid to call out for help.
Now, I know all of these things can be traumatic, and you having military experience, that's all the much more, it's just another load that tacks on to everything else.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of calloused to it when I got in. So
right.
It already puts you at an advantage for the rest of the people, but still, you still have to have the filter. Like, you talk mental health and everything, and playing video games. Like, this is what I do to blow off steam. Some people don't understand that. they think it's nerdy or whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people, they kind of have the same mindset as that. Me personally, video games has helped my mental health incredibly. I mean, I was 16.
Right, me too.
Some of you viewers out there might not know, but I was 16 years old when I saw my stepdad die of a heart attack. It was 16. I didn't have any prior training. I didn't know what I was doing.
It's rough.
Like, it's just like, and when you're the only one with him, you never know. Like, that stuck with me. It still sticks with me to this
like
day.
A lost pup.
But after that, I never, I've never had such an affinity towards video games. Like, they never met. Before they were just it was just a casual fun thing to do, but once I really got into it, it really has a profound impact on how you deal with stress, blowing off steam, I would argue that it's more social than going out. You meet so many people. I've never actually met you in real life, but I've played video games with you now for probably 6-7 years, I'm sure, so
right, yeah.
I would argue that
now we're getting into it to where we're actually live streaming. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I get that.
So I would say,
that is true.
Video games has a really beneficial impact on mental health.
It's definitely got a positive impact. Yeah, I agree. It's different. You got to have the things to blow off steam. But video games being one, riding motorcycles, shooting is a big thing for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're a big gun ho type of guy. You love your guns.
Oh yeah.
How many guns do you own? I know that's kind of an iffy topic. Is what do you call it?
A lot.
Gun control?
Most of what I keep is at my parents', but the ones I keep are all my best builds and all that shit. At my house, I think I had 12 or so.
12?
And at my parents, I have well over probably 60.
60? 60 guns?
60 guns.
Is that just out
that
of...
I've collected over the years. About 160 total collected, but have sold.
Okay, so trading, the type of things, people that are interested in them, building them, just kind of like a hobby for you.
Yeah, hell yeah, and helping others with it too, because I know a lot of people in the fire department love their guns too, so they'll come to me for help.
Yeah, a lot of those
That's
guys.
That's what I love doing.
Very temperament on the gun control thing.
Right, man. It's just so freaking satisfying when you see such a badass, badass weapon built that you did. And it's there's a lot more to it. He's behind us. To your right.
I was gonna go for it. You got it before me did.
I know you had him, but he was gonna peek it again, and you were getting closer to the wall.
I do have a viewer in the chat. What's your favorite type of gun? Favorite gun build, whatever it may be.
Myself? Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I have 3 M4s behind me that I built. I actually have a gun room that I built. You've seen the pictures.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like
actually,
an armory.
My favorite is it's crazy. It was really nice to build too, and it was. I would have to say probably the 6-hour MPX is my best one.
Oh, the good old Valkyrie gun, huh?
The Valkyrie gun, yep. And I like that because it's like an AR-15. It's a 9mm. It's compact. It's small, but it still fits me right.
Right.
And that's one of many, but that's probably my favorite. Like the one that my jaw drops every time when I walk into the army. It's like, yeah, that's sexy.
It's just a sexy looking.
That's probably that MPX. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you've sent me quite a few pictures of it.
It's a damn obsession. It's so awesome.
That being said, as far as
or where we were,
the military experience leading into, the EMS field, is there, besides video games, like have you, not as a coping mechanism, have you dealt with PTSD yourself, or do Do you know a lot of people that deal with it,
Yes.
not only in the military, but
Absolutely.
yeah, because it's kind of like a frown, not frown. It's more acceptable to talk about it these days, but not a lot of people are very open to talking about it.
I'm a little more open about it, talking about it now, because I know it's important to talk. I didn't beforehand.
Right.
You get out thinking nobody gives a shit, or or somebody will always try to one up you.
Yeah.
You don't want to be one up or anything. It's
people feel like they feel like they had it worse than you, or you went through more,
right,
or whatever.
right. And it's not a dick measuring contest. You know, it's something that's extremely important, and most people look at this. You didn't even hear me. I definitely have, yes, dealt with my fair share of post-traumatic stress. I think it's part of the military. When you get out, you have it. It's there.
And what would you attribute to being the most beneficial tool for dealing with it? Like, do you have any coping mechanisms, any mantras you chant to yourself?
Definitely talking. Talking about it is the one thing that takes the most balls, first of all. And second, yeah, it's just finding a like some people have the mentality like, oh, well, this guy I'm talking to has never been in combat before.
Right.
So what could he possibly do to help me? No, that's the wrong mentality to have. That's what my mentality was at first, and I realized that's wrong.
When you first came out?
Because they're trained to like talk people down, because that's one of the things that I suffered from is insomnia, lack of sleep. I have a bad temper. Well, it did. I still kind of do, but I'm working on that. My girlfriend helps me out a lot with that.
Yeah, I'm sure that does help quite a bit.
My girlfriend games with me too, and her gamer tag. She's a dental hygienist, and her gamer tag is Cavity Search.
Oh, that's funny.
So she's kind of like you, and she's really witty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very intelligent.
Like
she's the
podcaster.
She's the brains of the operation. Yeah, that's how my girl is.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm not the brains of any operation. Not anymore.
She keeps you grounded, I guess.
She keeps you afloat. Right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
She definitely does, but that's the one thing, talking about it. Talk about it. Lay it out on the table. Just be like, what do you think of this? Or what would you do in this situation? And they turn a blind eye, move on to the next thing, you know?
So would you say it's not even about, sharing the stories as it is just talking about the mental health itself? Or would you say, talking about what you went through specifically is helpful?
Most people...
If you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely. I do, yeah, absolutely. It's just... I'm not going to walk around and talking about, I seen a bike get laid out by an A-10 gun run. I'm not going to sit here and talk about that. Most people that I meet in public don't even know I was a U.S. Marine. I don't, I just don't talk about it.
Right.
It's not,
Oh, this poor bastard's by themselves.
No, he did it to them all. He killed them all.
Killed all of his teammates.
Yeah, man. Never be afraid to talk about that. It's important.
No, we got kind of sidetracked with this poor bastard. That's
You got him. Where'd you get her at?
Look at this. Look at all the bullets flying past.
This is what I'm talking about, though. See, you're not going to a bar. You don't have to go to the fist fight somebody. You don't get drunk or anything. Sit behind a bar. You sit right here in front of your screen and you laugh at your teammates. Like it's.
Yeah, you just have a good time.
It's good therapy.
Yeah.
If you're laughing, that's good medicine. So.
Laughing is the best medicine.
I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
All right, no worries. Thanks for popping in the stream, Josh. I see you. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Just chilling.
I forgot it. I left Vigil outside and he's all wet. Nothing smells worse than wet German Shepherd.
Oh my god, I know. I had 3 of them. They shed
They're
nonstop too.
amazing.
They're
Yes, they're
so intelligent. They
brilliant breed.
shed like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they do. Oh yeah.
Now, another thing I wanted
But it's
to
worth
cover
it.
because I know a lot of people are concerned with the coronavirus and how it might affect
Oh
them
yeah.
and their family. You're a paramedic, which means that you're on the front lines of it. Yeah, not so much in the hospital
Right.
room, but emergency situations. Not so much dealing with patients that have coronavirus, but also dealing with the dangers that they might while doing your
Might.
normal day to day.
Yeah.
Like I think you were telling me the other day, you had a code or whatever, having a heart attack, a
Yep.
cardiac arrest, and you had to get tested for coronavirus. So tell me about like some of the FOPs that your department has in place with dealing with the coronavirus, or not FOPs, SOPs. Sorry, it's standard operating
Sure. Yeah.
procedures
So
for all you guys listening out there. But
it's difficult. It's difficult because part timers are there every sixth day. Full timers are there every third day. So anytime something changes, everybody has to be on board. And my department has it to where we wear a mask,
mhm.
glasses, gloves. Naturally, that goes without saying on any run. And again, if it's something serious, or you're gonna have to do like a breathing treatment or an aerosol procedure, which is what I did the other day with the tube, you put a gown on. The gown might as well be a damn apron. It's falling off your fucking body. It's not. You have to tie it from the back. You can't. It's just
It
kind
don't.
of a.
It's a
I don't know.
pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's a pain. It is, and
Kind of racing against the clock
but
as
it's
well at
something.
the same time.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what it was. My partner didn't put on his mask because we were in such a hurry because our engine beat us there.
Oh, okay. So
So
yeah,
they're
that's a
like,
big problem.
okay, it's a full code non-breather. It's like shit, step on it. And he turned out of the squad bay in the wrong direction. So we were gonna get there second. We should have been there long before our engine. So we get there and we're rushing in, and sure enough, the guy's dead. You know, we're doing our cardiac uh, um, interventions and everything.
Yeah, you're good.
And I ended up having to tube this guy, and I couldn't see because my glasses fogged up.
Nice
Got
kill.
him. So the glasses fogged up, I lit them up, and I continued to, do my thing. Ash is out there, be careful.
Oh, you called it. She got me.
I'll get her.
I
I'll get
knew
her.
she was. Bit rust. I'm not
Damn,
as
dude.
focused as I normally would be. I've got my volume turned down and everything. But back to the, rushing the gown. It looks like you got someone upstairs. But yeah, rushing to the ground. So sometimes you can't always follow your standard operating procedures, especially if they're new. That's probably a difficult thing to remember, especially if you're late to a cardiac arrest. That's a big problem.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
we
don't have
weren't
the
late.
time
We
to.
showed up. We just showed up a little bit, after.
Right.
And but he was just, the guy's still kind of green, This guy's good. All he does is sit outside and shoot in. He's a douchebag kind of, but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. We got there late. We were kind of nervous that we were going to be, I don't know, man. It was kind of a mess at first. And then once we started doing it, we followed the procedures and everything, did our SOPs. Now, one of my departments is a little bit more lenient on the PPE. The other is, gung-ho about it.
Yeah, so I'm sure that's very confusing from time to time.
So it's weird. Yeah, so it's weird. But this thing was big. Like it really was big, and it wasn't. People weren't taking it serious right away.
The coronavirus.
And right, yeah. And, now it's huge.
What's your personal professional opinion on the virus itself? I know you're not like a epidemiologist or anything like that, or
Right.
study
Well,
viruses,
the
but
pathophysiology and all that. You basically, it's easy. You just isolate yourself from it, protect yourself first before the patient. But I think, in my opinion, my only opinion about it is that China needs to be held accountable.
okay, so I know that's a little bit more of like a some people are, it was created in China. It was
Yeah,
man-made. It was organic.
Right.
It's been around
Yep.
forever, and people had it months and months ago, and this is like a new thing.
Right.
So,
It's weird. It's wild.
so you would say that it's more of a new thing, and do you think it's a man-made thing, or do you think it's do you think just China handled? Obviously, they handled the outbreak terribly. They were late on.
They did. Yeah. Right. Of course they did.
They didn't want to say anything. Yada yada yada. So
Typically, the truest thing you hear with things like this is the first thing you hear. Because somebody let it slip, or somebody screwed the pooch on keeping it a secret. And
yeah, the
I
whistleblowers
potentially
normally.
think it could have been man-made. I don't
think so?
but I don't know, honestly. If I can't confirm it or I don't know, I'm just let
Blowing
it ride.
smoke.
But I seriously think it is fishy though, because in China, I think is a threat. I think that I don't know, man. It's weird.
Definitely some things today with the opening up the economy again too. So curious to see what happens with all that. Toss this impact grenade out here.
Oh, he got me, man. Come on now.
Wow.
Shit in the bed. Kind of hard to focus and play too, so
yeah, we're just
getting used to.
we're just doing this. I'm sure we'll get better at it.
Not to get political with that. That's what I think about coronavirus now. I just think that somebody needs to be held accountable. Yeah, he's out here by Jaeger. See if I can find him on cams. I just think it could have been.
Ooh, got shot in the back. Damn.
Ooh. It could have been handled a lot better for sure.
Now, a little bit more on like the lighter side of things. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
One superpower? Oh man.
Yeah, if you could have any superpower, and why? My favorite question.
You ever seen the Fantastic Four? I would have to say the Human Torch's power. Operation of Fire. That'd be kind of cool.
Does that have anything to do with you being a firefighter?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just think the Human Torch is fucking badass.
You want to be what you can't beat. Well, I mean, you beat it on a regular basis.
Flying is pretty cool, man. I'd have to say flying or levitation or fly. Yeah, definitely flying. Teleportation would be cool too. Never be late for fucking work ever again.
Yeah. I'm cool with missing work. That's what we're all doing right now, except for you, honestly. You're an essential worker.
How about you?
Let's see.
Dude. What would yours be?
I think mine would be telekinesis, man. Like
that would be freaking cool. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Like controlling shit with my mind. Not even for the sake of like doing good with it or bad, but to fuck with people. Just like move their shit around. Someone goes to reach for their beer, slide it out of the way, like shit like that. Be a total asshole.
Right. Be kind of cool to control karma too.
Oh, that would be sick.
I think,
control
awesome.
Karma. This is dangerous.
I could think of a few fucking things right now off the top of my head. That
Oh damn it!
telekinesis would be pretty freaking cool. Or you ever seen What Women Want, where he reads the mind of women?
No. The hell is that?
Never seen that movie with Mel Gibson? It's actually pretty good. I liked it. Good 2000s movie.
I can't see shit. Damn it! Got killed by Vigil. Damn it! He's on the stairs. What Women Want? No, I haven't seen that. So you'd use your power to just get whatever they want?
No, you'd have to see it, man. It's where he can actually hear what women are thinking.
Oh yeah, they probably think I'm a piece of shit. Just kidding. I'm a nice guy, I think.
Oh, I missed him! Shit, I missed him. I knew he was there.
One of my viewers said his
So,
would
yeah,
be absolute control of time. That's sick. That's an idea.
That's cool. That's cool. Now, didn't they make a video game of that?
Control,
What the
yeah,
hell
I
was the
think it
name of
was
that video game?
Control. I think it was. Or no, Quantum Break. That's what it was.
That's it. That'd be a good one for me to stream. I'm thinking about getting that shit. That shit looks cool, dude.
Yeah, that
That's a
game
good
looks
one. I
awesome.
like that one.
Absolute control of time. Go back and yeah, I would go back in time and just like go back to my high school bully. Not even I didn't have really a high school bully, but this kid in the 7th grade picked on me. Go back in time and just drill this kid in the nuts as hard as I could.
Just deck him right in the face. Yeah.
I think that would be funny.
See, that's one thing about this game right there. How is that not a headshot?
Does this game make you miss the military?
This game, no. Modern Warfare and Battlefield, yeah.
Oh, Battlefield. Dude, if there was any game I could wish for a remake, or if they would just make another Battlefield 3 or 4, just remaster it, dude, I would drop everything. I wouldn't work another day in my life.
You're damn right.
I would just go back to that. I'd go back to shooting your chopper out of the sky.
Yeah, with a tank, yeah, dude, sitting up on the hill and shit.
I had a lot of good times doing that.
Yeah, that's fun. Now, when it comes to military gameplay, this game is a lot different. I try to play it how I would operate, a hallway or cutting corners in real life. You should always clear the building from the top down, and this game doesn't always have you do that.
Yeah, sometimes it has you bust through a window.
It's really weird. Yeah. And some of the weapons mechanics is stupid. Like Ella's Scorpion Evo, does not shoot like that in real life at all.
I mean, you would know.
I have one.
There you go.
The gadgets are a little bit weird, but when it comes to Modern Warfare and everything, I'll tell you, the weapons don't feel like they look in real life. Like,
what do you mean?
Like you put a suppressor on a weapon, it's gonna change the distance that the bullet can travel. It's not gonna affect damage at all.
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah, it's not gonna affect how much damage the bullet does. It's maybe gonna affect the range of the gun.
Right. Exactly. You get hit by a 5.56, that shit's gonna spread your guts like crazy, man. And it just, even with the suppressor on or off, it doesn't matter. And this game's really mechanically challenged when it comes to this kind of shit. You'd think like Splinter Cells and the Tom Clancy, like, yeah, he's on point, man. Well, that Tom Clancy's full of shit, man.
There you have it, folks.
Like,
Tom Clancy's full of shit.
Serious? He is. Like, night vision, like, they make that shit look like spoiled. They spoiled night vision, man. The first time I put nods down, fucking hated it. I got an instant headache.
Really? Hey, you can't walk around with
perception, none. Roping out a freaking helicopter out of a Black Hawk with those things on? Yeah, have fun. It sucks.
Realistically, it's a no-go.
Right? Like, I would have to, like, put one up, one down, Somebody's by here, I hear him.
Yeah, I hear him too.
I'm gonna hit the hatch over here.
So NVGs suck, basically.
Yes, they're horrible. They are terrible. I don't know how else to explain that shit. It's.
You're clear to drop on that hatch.
Okay.
Oh, you went down that hatch. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I went down the other because I don't know what's around that corner. Smoke's right here. He's on the stairwell.
I wanted that to go downstairs.
So I'll send one down. Hang on.
They're dropping down. Like we're going.
That's cool. All three of us. I think he dipset, dude.
People are dead. Oh, he's still on the stairs. Wow. And Bandits in the other room.
Friendly operator remaining.
Ow. Oh.
Fuck. All in the name of weapons balancing. I feel you there, man. That's true. Sorry, I'm shitting the bed here.
If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
If I could what?
Have dinner with any 3 people in the world, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Johnny Cash being one. This is fucking easy. Keanu fucking Reeves.
Oh my
too.
god, yeah, I love that guy.
I love that dude.
Fucking love that guy.
And 3, it's always gonna be my dad.
Your dad?
Oh fuck yeah. He could always just sit. I could sit there and shoot the shit, drink whiskey, smoke cigars, have a freaking hell of a dinner. Shit, man.
Why is Johnny
My
Cash?
dad talks just like I do. Johnny Cash had the best fuck you mentality ever to everybody.
That's
He
true.
couldn't play guitar worth a shit, and he knew it, but he could sing his ass off. He had deep lyrics. He couldn't, dude. So
That's
I
sweet.
think Johnny Cash would have to be it. He was the biggest asshole, blunt person. He didn't give a shit if somebody loved him or hated him. He didn't care.
I mean, I'm not too familiar with this. I know some of his music, not a lot of it, but you're right on the whole
Like when the
guitar
man
thing.
comes around. Yeah, dude. He kept it simple, stupid, man.
My friend said the
the way it
old
should be.
heat of mine.
Yeah.
Getting back to the
Yeah.
paramedicine and all that shit, I had this thought earlier
Sure.
because you're front lines with that. So you see what's wrong with the system, what could be improved with the system, especially with the emergency side of things. I know sometimes people just need cold, steel table and bright lights. Paramedics can't really do that, but if you could, what would you change about emergency medicine, or at least the system in which you that you see like faults in, or things that kind of hinder you from doing your job right, or things that you want to do when you're on call? You have any thoughts like that?
Honestly, it's really wired tight, and it's all trial and error when it comes to paramedicine. It's really, really scrutinized. So there isn't really anything that I would actually change on it, other than the fact that the protocols that we go by, there's so much to remember.
Right.
I wish that the protocols were a hell of a lot easier to understand and read and find.
Like,
It's just so, there's a big ass binder full of shit that I have to remember and know offhand when it comes to like different like problems.
huh. Yeah, I know one thing that we talked about probably a year ago, or a year or two ago. Now, I mean, it's so bad to the point now you can't escape it, especially being a paramedic. But the heroin epidemic, the carfentanil, the fentanyl epidemic, that's probably even worse pandemic than the actual coronavirus. That shit's worse. But
Yeah,
I know you have some.
honestly it is.
I know you have some SOPs you have to fucking follow when it comes to
Sure.
dosages, but sometimes you run into problems where someone's on fentanyl and you go to hit them with a Narcan, and the regular dosage that I'm sure you ran into it when fentanyl first became a problem. You couldn't hit someone that many times without getting approval, right?
Right. Well, the thing about it is the difference between the corona and the fentanyl problem is opioid pandemic is you can't contract it. You can't get unless you're stuck by an actual needle, like
Against your will.
or whatever. You're not gonna be exposed by it. So
Right.
That's the difference. When it comes to, it's like beating a dead horse with this fentanyl shit. I can't tell you how many times I've Narcan somebody.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, especially
And it's
especially some
that
combative people.
gets so it gets so embedded in your brain. It's like muscle memory doing it, and that's sad. That's the sad part about it. Sometimes I've learned that you'll recognize certain patients and you won't even Narcan them. You'll just go ahead and take their airway and breathe for them until you get to the hospital because they're going to wake up combative.
Oh, they'd be pissed that you're
They come
waking
up
them up out of
swinging.
their eye. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude.
Nothing's worse than
But
fucking up.
opioids, it binds to the system, and when it binds to the system, they'll sit there. Narcan reverses respiratory failure. So whenever you end up,
Oh shit! I shot a
hang on,
clone.
I'm trying to focus. So whenever they'll get out of there and you Narcan them, it reverses the failure and it binds to the substance, and then they'll go back. Sorry, I'm repeating myself here.
There you go.
They'll go back and they'll shoot up and shoot up and shoot up and try to get that high back. What happens when the Narcan wears off? Well, you just slipped into another overdose, you know?
Except worse.
It's just... Right.
Caught this bastard.
So that's the case on how these overdoses always work. Is they'll sit there and try to get their high back, and that shit wears off and you're done.
Damn. Yeah, next thing you know, they're slipping into an even worse one, yeah. It's like, wow, I really...
Right, yeah. And it is worse the next time around. It is.
Yeah, I'm sure you've... Yeah, at this point in the game, you've been in... How long have you been a paramedic now? How old are you?
I've been a paramedic since 2017. Been in the fire service since 2014.
2014?
So yeah, it's... Mm-hmm.
This just came to mind too. You know, you were in the military. You were in combat. And we don't have to go into that at all, but I remember this from my training, and I don't know if you had the same thing, but the way you learn dealing with your ABCs is backwards from in the military. In the military, you go... I don't know if it's changed now, maybe you know, but you know, now it's ABCs, airway, breathing, and then circulation.
Breathing, circulation.
In the military,
Right. Well, typically in the military, it's because circulation, you got to bleed or you're shot.
Most
So
of the time, it's kind of common sense, but you know,
Sure. Yeah.
did you learn it? Did you learn the CBA in the military? Is that how you were taught? And then when you came back, you were just like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Where you got to relearn all this.
It was. Yeah, no, it was both. We had because you're not always in a combat situation. ABC, CB, it's CBAs. I've never actually heard of it from CBA standpoint, but it makes sense because you're going to be shot. Okay, and then you want to worry about the breathing and the airway. It makes sense to me. I mean,
you want to
for
fix
the military purposes.
Yeah, you want to fix the pipe problem before you fix the. That's how my instructor always taught us, anyways. Was, there's a leak in the pipe, you got to fix the pipe.
One of my crew members told me when I first became a medic was he was like, be an EMT until you have to be a paramedic. So he's
Why is
his
that?
thoughts are just stick to the basics until it's time to do something advanced.
Oh, as far as like as
which I've always thought that was an awesome thing to live by.
Oh shit! I got sweaters here. Yeah, I never thought of it that way. Be the most basic thing you can be until you have to get shit complicated.
Right, exactly. And that just keeps you from overdoing things or blowing things out of proportion. It keeps you under to what your task is.
Just fucking
Some
saving
people
lives.
treat like a simple flu as a fucking ALS run.
This dude with a motorcycle helmet's gonna get shot in the head.
Mozzie.
Yeah. I'm so old at this game, I don't even know who these characters are anymore.
I'm trying to flank somebody right now. I don't know if I'm gonna succeed.
I hit someone out there.
Carrier.
What? I shot through this wall and hurt someone.
Got carrier denied over here.
Oh, where at?
Down here.
They're trying to push upstairs, I think.
I'm not sure yet. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do.
I think he's on the L.
L shape?
Yeah. I mean, this dude's dead. I don't know where from. Oh shit, on me.
I'm interrogating.
Yeah, he's right out here. Twitch is in there. Just an office. Holding the bleeding. Keeping my shit tight.
I'm coming.
Up.
I got you. I was just making sure she was really gone. You got Doc? You Doc this? Shit.
Rook. Get a bomb.
It's right here.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Brett?
She got me. She's roped up outside
Oh,
a
you
strip club.
wall banged me.
Damn. All good.
Wow, dude, he wall
I
banged.
got a douche. Freaking pussy. Let me sit outside. Okay, carry on. What else? I had the best Chipotle burrito I've ever had today.
Oh yeah? What'd you have on it? Wait,
It was
Chipotle's
wonderful.
open?
Yeah, dude. Oh god. Yeah, I door dashed it.
Oh, there you go. So they still have delivery services
Dude.
open?
Yeah, DoorDash. Yeah, they drop it off on your porch, and I forgot it was out there because I was down here playing this. Fucking thing got rained on, but it was
Chipotle burrito sounds
oh,
delicious.
it was awesome.
I miss that.
Yeah, buddy.
I know they just did the white queso too. I think they just brought that in. I was like, oh man, I want some of that.
Me and my buddy in the chat right here, Matt, was talking about that queso today. Like, hey, I didn't think it was that good. I thought it tastes like glue.
Ew. Yeah, dude. What's the first thing that you're gonna do when society opens back up? I know,
Man.
I know.
It's a good question.
I know. Well, I guess it kind of depends. I mean, everything is kind of different statewide now. It's like, I know if we had a curfew here in Hillsborough County, in Tampa, and you had the curfew for 3 days, and they've already lifted the damn thing because Trump gave everyone permission for the governors to basically do what they fucking want. But not that I'm
Right.
agreeing with it, but I was like, wow, that curfew lasted all but 3 fucking days. So
Right. Yeah. So it's the governor. Oh God.
is it the same situation in Ohio?
Yeah, it is. The wine's got to shut down. He's not gonna. But me individually, I'm gonna go to the freaking movie theaters and get myself a big bin of popcorn and chill. I can't wait. I love going to see movies and shit. Cause I'm a movie critic. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I'm a huge movie nerd.
For me and Erica, I want to take Erica out to get Mexican food, take a motorcycle ride, and then probably just take the dogs down to the dog park and kick it, dude. Hopefully.
That sounds fucking nice.
It's just perfect.
Once society opens
Erica
back up,
is terrified of this.
oh,
she legitimate, like, she took it serious.
yeah, I took it very seriously as well myself. Not for reasons that I thought it. You know, I knew the situation was serious. However, why did I picked Blitz?
Oh, you clicked on a character when somebody else clicked on it at the same fucking time. It's done that to me before.
He's right here on the right.
I missed him. Son of a bitch.
Oh, he's up top. Oh, what was I saying?
Serious.
Oh yeah, I had taken it. I always taken it serious pretty much right off the bat, you know, because Anne was taking it serious, you know. Regardless of my feelings, I was taking into account how everyone else felt about it.
It's true, man. It really is true. I was kind of freaked out by it just because I'm going to be exposed to it on scene and all that constantly. And so far, it's not been, not that bad except for the other day. So it's.
Yeah, my thought going into it was, you know, we'll see what I had actually. I was laid off, I guess is the word. I mean, everyone in hospitality was laid off, but I was taking it more seriously than everyone I was working with. Um,
Op 4 last
there
operator
was
standing.
not that they weren't taking it seriously, but Anne's family, they're in the older population. They have underlying health conditions, so I felt responsible
Yeah, dude.
to
That's it. That's
be
true.
a little more responsible.
Right.
So, because it's not just
Sure.
my life, you know, that's at stake. Not that my life is at stake in any way, but I'm not certainly not going to deliver it to someone where it will affect them. So I was actually, before everyone was officially quarantined, I had made the decision to tell my boss that I wasn't coming in. I wasn't coming in.
Sure.
So it was just like, kind of left it at that, like 4 days before everyone had to quarantine themselves anyways.
Right.
So it's just like,
Yep. Exactly.
I'm like,
Well, that's
regardless if I get sick or if I take this seriously, a lot of other people, I'm like, do, which means that shit's gonna go down. Shit's going to get serious for a lot of people, and they're going to
Your drone to locate.
shut
especially in
everything
big
down.
cities like New York. New York's getting pounded.
Yeah, New York is not looking good. And you're not in a, I don't think you're in
No.
anywhere in Ohio that's a big city or not. I think you're like a couple hours.
Cincinnati's relatively big. But I'm on, out on the outskirts. That's another protocol that I forgot to talk about. The fire service, if you're sick or feeling flu-like or cold, stuffy, congested, anything, don't come to work.
Yeah,
What it is. That's usually what it is anyway.
yeah, that's what it
Get
should
better.
be if you have the
So better,
fucking
you're not-
flu.
Yeah, if you're coming in sick and you're just slowing everybody down. You are only as strong as your weakest link.
Yep, I
you
agree.
know? So that's a big term in the military, and it goes for the fire service too. If you're sick and drag assing all over the place, you're slowing your hose line down going into the building.
Located a bomb.
You know?
Yeah,
Make your way
So
to
it's-
its location.
I think that should apply at every freaking job there is. I don't know what some of your viewers do for work, but if you're sick, fucking tell your boss you're not coming. I'm sick. I ain't coming in to get everybody else sick. It's gross. It really is gross.
you're like, yeah, it's nasty. No one wants to be around it. No one wants to get it.
Right. So that's my standpoint on it. Careful for Caviera, dude. She's.
Let's
Vigil's in here.
set a claymore out in this bitch.
Bet I know where this putz is hiding. There, under the desk. Damn it. No, don't go in! You dumbass!
I went in because he went in.
Did you kill him?
No. He didn't kill me either, though.
Fuck, I got turned around.
Oh, I just... Wow.
I swear I thought I hit him the first time.
Yeah, see if you can change it, Fluff. I don't know why Rainbow Six wasn't popping up for me.
What's that?
Oh shit, the diffuser's over there. Fucking dog.
Yeah, I fucked up. That's my fault.
Damn, we're on site too.
I know it, son of a bitch. I wanted to try and kill the flanking rook in there, and I couldn't. I was actually looking for Caddy, but I dicked it up.
Oh, we have a situation on our hands. Ah, titties. It's just me.
Eyes on that doorway. Good. Get low.
4 last op.
One to your left. One to your left. Yep. In the room, weight room left. Yep.
Bomb has been located.
There, you saw her. Got her? Through the bathroom. You guys are playing ring around the room. I'm scared! This is fucking horrible! This is bullshit, man.
Yeet!
Get it, Brett! There you go! Spook bitch!
Playing ring around the rosy with this bitch. What's up?
That was freaking
What's up, Mark? How
terrifying.
you doing? Yeah, I know my heart was pounding.
That's why I play this game.
Oh yeah, I got it's an adrenaline rush. Playing Ring Around the Rosie with this bitch.
Like I just got a burst of adrenaline for you. Like I had to yell. Like fuck.
And that's why video games are good for your mental health, folks. Get a burst of adrenaline.
Oh yeah.
This is still one of the only games that make me feel that way. It's crazy.
It does too.
It's good. It's good for you. To
Yeah,
feel
it does.
It's like a good kind of adrenaline. You're like, everyone's watching. You guys are watching me.
I
Game's
know.
on the line. I fuck up. It all goes down the tubes.
That battlefield feeling where you could just relax and racking the kills and all that.
Yeah, run
And then
around
the
with an
rage you feel in
AEK.
Call of Duty. Because dude's camping by a campfire in the corner with a shotgun.
You
But
just-
this game literally has you near and straight. I don't know, man. Like thumping. Like your heart's always thumping playing it.
What's the scariest situation you've ever been in, as far as military experience, or even being a paramedic, or even in a fire? What would you say is the scariest? I mean, I'm sure
took a bullet
bullets.
off my plate carrier.
Oh God. You're like, wow.
It was
So you got
and my
hit in the
teammate
chest
got
or
it
in the
too
back?
by the same, no, on the side of my right hip. My teammate Alex got it more in his gut, but it didn't. It knocked the wind out of him. But you seen the guy? I saw the guy that did it too, and they ended up nailing this guy. And it was just a crack pop. That was it.
And
Dropped
you're
me
just-
down to one knee. I rolled into this wadi, and this wadi is what the Afghans use to hold their water and farm their fields. They're expert farmers. Expert, like no shit.
Yeah, they can
Like,
grow
these
shit in
people
the
farm.
desert.
By hand, yeah, by hand. It's insane.
Still ancient
And I rolled
ways.
into that. Yep, they're still living in mud huts. Some of it's more of like rural. I can't say that word ever.
Yeah, neither can I.
Neighborhoods,
Rural.
But it looks normal. Rural. I can't do it.
It's okay.
But most of where I fought in a really bad deployment. On the first one was the invasion of Marja, and that was hush hush. The Obama leaked it the morning of as we were roping in. And my second one was top 5 most dangerous places in Afghanistan. I don't know if that's changed since, but it was called Singin, and it was nasty, straight up nasty.
Just every day getting
Yeah,
pounded,
right.
or just
Now,
like
there's-
hearing about people get pounded.
The cool thing is, but this is the crazy story. They had us on HBO in Marja,
Oh, really?
and the second deployment, I'm in that one. I think 3 times. This combat cameraman came in, Miles Lugosi, and he made Combat Obscura, and he made a documentary of me and my unit, and it's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it. It's called Combat Obscura. And a lot of people are really pissed off at that combat cameraman because we thought it was to the Marine Corps' benefit, but it wasn't. He had his own personal camera that he bought, and he fucking videotaped everything and
Combat
then
Obscura.
published it. Yep. And now everybody's
Oh yeah, they're probably now it's
pissed at this guy. Yeah.
because now it's not anything to do with.
Right.
Locate a bomb.
It's for his own
Exactly.
personal
And that-
gain.
It's for his own personal gain, and oh yeah, our hardships that we went through, which he only got maybe 100. He only got an hour worth of like shit that he published. Not but it was like that every day. That's what people think is. They think just because Combat Obscura ended, like the way it ended, that was it on the deployment. But it was every single day for 8 straight months, just getting our shit pushed in, and pushing other people's shit in, and all that. So. It's a hell of a. It really is a hell of a documentary.
Really puckers
But
the
it's,
ass.
It's literally a Yeah, it's the documentary that the Marine Corps does not want you to see. Basically, plain and simple.
You hear that, guys?
If I can put it that way.
Combat Obscura. Yeah, so like you were saying before, most dangerous situations of that, obviously, but you say you rolled into a, what'd you call it,
Into a wadi. It's
A
called,
wadi.
Called a wadis. Big ass canals.
I've got no sights on my gun.
Rolled into it, landed on my hip real bad, and that was it. Ended up standing up, walking away, finishing the patrol, continued on a contact.
Like,
It
wow.
was crazy, dude.
Like shit, looks like it's like well, you know, like I took a round to the fucking hip, but time to move on.
You could feel it. It didn't really actually hit like directly. It was just more like you felt the shit out of it, that's for sure. But it was different. I can't believe I missed that shot, Matt. Don't laugh at me. There it is. Got him that time.
I took care of business
I missed
over
the
here.
second one. He's in party. He's in there. Yeah, he's in there, dude. Nice.
Got him.
Nice job, dude. Good push.
I got no sights on my.
Oh, you're running the iron sights. So those iron sights I have on my best M4, and they're called diamond sights, and they are expensive.
Oh yeah.
Very expensive. Oh yeah, I love them.
Just because target
I want to buy
acquisition
another
is pretty
pair, but I
good,
don't
or
want to drop the dime on it.
how much
Yeah,
is a
it's
pair of
just
sights
really
like that?
comfortable to view through it. Like I think those cost me 80. I think it's 120 for both sets. It doesn't need to be that damn much, but
That's
it is.
for some iron.
For some fucking iron, right? But it's just the way they're machined. Really
Right.
good.
Right. I'm gonna definitely throw on a sight on that next one. That kind of threw me off a little bit. Hopefully we can make this a flawless victory. That'd be nice. Wait, did we already
Yeah,
release
hell
one?
yeah. We need to get back into streaming Mortal Kombat, dude. Speaking of that.
I forgot that was like our
Oh
thing.
God.
Raiden
Streaming
and
Gears of War campaign, dude. We stayed up till 3 a.m. and I had to work the next day. You kept my ass up all night playing that. Going up that cliff, the ending of that game sucked, dude.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I never finished Gears 5 because I've only played it with one other person, or one person, that being you. I would have to re-download
I know,
that,
I need to-
honestly.
Nothing better than Retro Lancer bayonet somebody, man.
Insertion in 5 seconds. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
This is a lot. The streaming thing is really cool. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. It is kind of hard to keep up with everything.
Ah! Second time I got killed there today. It's the spot I always look at. Every time.
Oh, I shot it
So
through
that
the...
was Pulse. There's two on the staircase right here, man.
I'm gonna
Get
link
ready.
up with this guy right here.
Mark them. Nightbot, chill out, dude.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Oh yeah, you got him. Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Shoot his ass. I got a kill assist for that. Look to the right first. Yep, there you go. Land your kill, that's Doc. Land the kill, that's Doc.
Oh!
Fuck me.
I potatoed.
That's why I hate Doc, dude.
It's
Nice
just
try,
like,
That
wow.
was good aim. That was really good aim.
I was trying to shoot the guy in the back too. I was like, damn. And then there's another dude on my right.
Well, that's what I'm talking about with Doc. You can never kill him.
Yeah, there's so many things you have to keep in mind in this game. Tactics, breaching, angles. This is probably the most in-depth game
Why I
besides
love
maybe
it, but-
CS:GO for maybe Escape
Well,
from
What I
Tarkov.
wanted it to be, yeah, dude. What I wanted it to be was like a realistic military game that was like this, with like no shit helmets, not these stupid gadgets that are faker than all fuck. It's like Tom Clancy doesn't know shit about fuck. when it comes to this shit.
Oh wow. He was hoping that he could.
Everybody has their own play style in this though.
Yeah. I mean, I used to play this game every damn day of my life. But
Like me, I'm really tactical and make sound decisions. This guy slow peaks everything. He takes it nice and slow. You know, everybody plays different. Good job. No. Oh god, he missed the knife.
nice.
Alright, here's the big bitch right here. We gotta play Doc.
Well, you can't res himself now, I don't think. I already took him down once.
Let's see if I can find Doc. Yeah, shit.
the main reason why I stopped playing this was I'll never forget it. It was on what was that one map? It's got the garage. It's got the two garages, not house.
House? No. 2 garages.
Chalet, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, chalet. Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah,
it was
that's
the
a
first
that's a punk
time. It was
bitch.
the first time coming back to the game, and I will never forget the fucking me being killed by some dude shooting lasers out of his fucking camera. I was like, "What the fuck is this shit? This is the dumbest
Nice
shit."
clutch, kid.
Hey, clutch
Lasers.
it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Maestro.
Maestro.
Talking about Maestro.
Bro.
Yeah, God.
Wow, dude, pulled that one off. Good for him.
This guy clutched up, man.
Yeah, he
Good
did.
for him, yeah.
My game of choice is PUBG. I got some comments in the chat. What's everyone's game of choice? Mine is PUBG. As broken as it is, things really do matter in that game. You know, what vest you're wearing, what helmet you're wearing, what round you're using. That makes a difference. I do enjoy that game. Hit res is sometimes broken, but like that dude yesterday, I shot that dude right in the head and he went down. Shot him in the head with a 7.62
cool.
round with a Car 98.
I
Maybe.
implore everybody to watch your lizard video. It cracks me up. That belongs on YouTube.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I'm like, what the fuck is
I
that?
gotta
What
fight
the
this thing?
fuck is that? Yeah, dude. Yeah, that game.
It's just the expression on your face when it emerged and ate that dinosaur.
Yeah, I was like, my friend, people in our Discord have been wanting me to play it. And I see them playing it a lot, and I went in and, you know, I saw it, I started playing it, I enjoy it, and I didn't know, like, the type of monsters that are in that shit. And I ran into
Yeah,
that, and I was like, what is this shit?
10 seconds remaining.
Man,
yeah,
if you want to follow him, it's TAC0NE. Streams some pretty cool shit.
Yeah, I appreciate it, everyone as well.
Hostile action.
I'll make sure to put, you should see a chat bot, he's posting, Dave's links, and follow his channel, see what he's up to. He plays a lot of Rainbow Six, so if you're interested in content like this, he streams Rainbow Six pretty regularly. Do you have a stream schedule, by the way, Dave? So everyone knows.
No. I'm pretty much on when I'm not. Is she dead? Pretty much on just whenever I'm off work.
Yeah.
Or I'll be hanging out with Erica or, you know.
What made you want to stream, by the way?
I've always been into it. I streamed when I was number 3 in the world for the TAC kills, the TAC helicopter kills, and I got a lot of viewers. Just, it's got a lot of positive. Nice shooting, dude.
Oh shit!
Got a lot of. I'm plugging that dude. I'm killing him.
Wait, is this a? Yes, Cass. I got team killed. What's his name? Consulo? Report. Cheating. Oh, whoops. You're not cheating. Team killing.
One friendly operator remaining.
Wow.
You guy's a douchebag.
He team killed everybody.
Probably loses.
I wanted this to be a flawless game.
He's got the sniper 90. He's not gonna lose.
So the main reason for you streaming was just because you started broadcasting Battlefield, right? Chopper play? Which,
Yeah,
by the
it
way,
was a lot
you're
of fun.
god at. Just number
Used to
3 in
be, I
the
don't know,
world.
so much. And kills as a pilot. That's what was so wild about it. Was I was the pilot. Most of the time, that was everybody that was top 5, top 10 were all gunners.
Right.
Like Russia, I flew for like certain gunners that wanted me to fly for them, like Russian Web, Sky Warrior.
Yeah, I remember him.
I wasn't the best at dogfighting. I could toe missile the shit out of people. I was good, but I
do
think
remember
that nobody could handle the chopper like
Yeah,
I could.
I remember.
The way I maneuvered it was
Yeah,
shouldn't have killed your team, dipshit.
for real. Yeah, I remember practicing those flight maneuvers, man, on Battlefield.
Yeah, going
Flying
underneath the buildings, all kinds of crazy. Yeah.
flying was never my forte. It was more of a shoot
No,
things out of
tanking
the
was
sky. I could drill jets out of the sky, helicopters.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun. Just um,
Those were the days. Those were the gaming days.
it was a lot of. Yeah, dude. It was a lot of fun. Just making clips and everything, and making montages.
Yeah,
And
that
I
was,
wanted to do that and send it out on Twitch, and it's like, man, you got a talent. You might as well broadcast it somewhere.
yeah, exactly.
Protect the bombs.
Those were the fun days.
It was, dude.
We're gonna get rid of that guy.
Compromised. Plan accordingly.
I'm not even gonna reinforce anything.
Nope. We're gonna go straight guns. Well, that pretty much concludes the podcast, everybody. For episode 1
hell yeah.
of Pushing Buttons podcast. And again, you can
lot
find
of
Dave
fun.
on Twitch. He's streaming pretty regularly for Rainbow Six. You can find him twitch.tv/XRAAIII or AAAIIINNN. Also, you can find him on Facebook. You just type in RH Gaming. You can find him there as well. Hopefully,
Yeah,
you learned a lot
appreciate
about
that. Yeah, I look forward to seeing
paramedicine
y'all.
today. Hopefully, you learned a lot about coronavirus, military, maybe some mental health issues that some of these guys are going through on a daily basis. Hopefully, it was informative. But if you want to stick
Yeah,
around, we are
absolutely.
going to
Thank
continue dying while I play Rainbow Six.
You got melted, bro. Dying. Good way to end.
Thanks to everybody. Big shout out to everyone that came into the stream. I very much appreciate you all showing your support. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like, comment. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notification bells. That way you know every time I put out a new video. I'm going to be having some awesome content coming your way. More streams, more podcasts. I have quite the list of people I want to get on the show. And some more gameplay footage for you all as well. I'm going to be adding to the channel.